Okay, gents, here we go. One more this afternoon before I gotta get up here and get some dinner. So we're going to do episode number 3 on day number 4 is going to be the Wanderer Club or the Wanderers Club at Whistling Isle by We Like It Rough NC. Before I do any of these, as always, I play with player clubs, not tour clubs, when I do these CC events, because I think most of the guys will be playing with player clubs, so it does me no good, or does no good for me to play through these with tour clubs. That being said, my play can be up and down, so my score is not indicative of any of the judging or the scoring on the judging, nor is it indicative of whether or not this is deemed to be a CC suitable course. On that note, when I'm going through here, I'm going to give some general critiques and notes and everything else as we go across. If I point something out as a technical issue, it's going to be a technical issue. The other judges are probably going to have more to say about it than I do. I'm just going to point it out and move on. Other things I say are just my opinion. I'm a designer as well, so I look at things. If I see things I think could make something look better or play better, I just kind of throw it in there. I don't do it to be negative. I don't do it to be disrespectful. If you don't like the comment, then, I'm sorry. Just take it for what it's worth and move on. Please don't come back into the threads on the forums and, raise hell there or start PMing me, complaining about what a mean person I am. So, other than that, guys, we're going to get started with the Wanderers Club at Whistling Isle. White tees, pin 1. White tees, pin 1. Okay. So, in other news, we have TGCT After Dark every Wednesday night. Here on Twitch on the TGC Tours or TGC Tours TV channel. It's at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. In conjunction with that, we've kicked off the TGC After Dark Society. It is available on PS4 and on PC. So if you're looking for a fun society to play in that's pretty casual and low maintenance, then by all means give it a look. I think you said pin set 1. Did not mean to take that long of a break between episodes, but some of that's dependent on how long it takes the dog to find a place to pee outside, and every once in a while I get work calls or things regarding work I gotta take care of as well. So, quite obviously inspired by Whistling Straits. This might be the most bunkers we've seen the entire game, and I mean just on one hole. I don't know, there's another course that has this many bunkers total on it, so, but looks like he's definitely trying to take a Whistling Straits approach to it. We got 484. Are these the white tees? Yeah, white tees, pin 1. Okay. Damn, son. 484 to start it off with, huh? Well, at least he didn't do his usual Mitch thing and stick a bunker, like one right here in the middle and one over here and one over here, and slant it as about as far right to left as you can possibly get. So, clean opening hole here. I mean, it's hard to comment too much on some of the bunker sculpting just because we've laid them in and around there. Now, we'll say this. Do whatever the hell you feel like you got to do with some of these that are just off in the distance that aren't going to come into play. But when you get up against the playing surface, you need to make these clean. You be a little bit cleaner with your sculpting in those areas. And it may be that you need to not make them quite so narrow, because that's where a lot of this kinking comes from. But I'd be careful how I push them up into the side of hills and stuff as well. Damn, that's a long opening hole there. And I do not have a club for it in my bag. I mean, I can't use that club there. I'm gonna fly the shit out of it, so I have no choice but to try to de-loft and bounce it up there. This is going to end horribly. Now, this is definitely a course that you better check your fucking bag before you decide how you're going to play it, because you're going to have holes that you're not going to have a shot for, apparently. And I'm going to skull the fuck out of this because I can't take the club all the way back. Well, I'm surprised on that. I got lucky I putted that one as hard as I did, otherwise I was going to miss that low. I just putted through the break on that. So, cool opening hole. That's the thing. I've got to get in my mind here. He's going for a very, very rugged look, so I have to change my approach to the bunkers and everything. But I mean, like down here, some of this is driving me crazy because I know he's going for a dunes look to it, but having it that piled up, coming down to a flat area just drives me fucking nuts. But I mean, I see he's going for a dunes look, so I can't say too much about it. Decent flow of the green right there. No complaints with that. At least he did the un-Mitch-like thing and followed up a 490-yard par 4 with a 357-yard par 4. So we're making progress there, aren't we? Usually he just keeps beating on you with those long holes, man. Oh, come on. I was going to say, that better come back a little bit. At 187s? Shit. After playing on 166 and then 144, I better get my mindset back into 187s in a hurry, or this is going to be rough. I know he's going for a rugged look, and that's fine. He still needs to be a little bit cleaner in some areas in through here. I mean, like, not as many flat edges on those bunkers. You can have what you're going for, but some of them get a little bit too angular for me. Well, I'd like to see him done a little bit more with this bunker right here as well. Raise up one side of it. It's not bad the way it lays in. It just blends out a little bit. A little bit of elevation here on the back side would have helped it a little bit. Lower the front side. And probably need a little bit wider shelf to one side to make it, make sense. So otherwise we're just making tight landing areas. I don't mind it as much because it's a 523 yard or a 523 yard par five. So I at least have the option to hit short, and not be overly punished for it. So fuck. Just about the time I say I'm not going to be punished. No, that's why I made the comment that I made that it needed to be wider on the other side. Otherwise, it serves no purpose. I don't know why anybody hit over there ever. The way it stands now, it's just it plays off as more a bunker in the middle of a fairway rather than what it is. And Mitch already knows I'm going to be a little bit harder on him on some of my actual video critique just because of relationship we have going on with that. I'm not a fan of this pin as far as the sculpting of the green right here. I realize it's a short par 5, but this falls off on both sides of it right there. I mean, that's... I know that sounds nitpicky, but good God. I mean, it's still a par 5. You've got 1 pin, 2 pin, 3 pin. That is barely legal, if legal. And you're going to have one up here in the front that I can see. Which this could be a fun pin. I actually kind of like this one right here. This one over here is going to be challenged. And one back here in the back is probably going to work, but kind of the same thing. You got a really steep fall off right here, and another steep fall off right there, and a tight landing area. And I don't care if it's a shorter shot or not on this pin right here. This is rough. I mean, this is built on the side of a big damn hill, so I probably would not have done that personally. Special for CC. Yeah, I mean, that's about what I expected. I go a little bit long, I'm off the backhand side. I go a little bit short, and I'm back down the fucking hill. So this is going to illustrate my point. I didn't hit a bad shot right there. I hit a bad shot on the first one, so I'm 90 yards out. But come on. I mean, this? Come on, Mitch. Fuck. Yeah, let's go off the green on this side now. I'm doing this to illustrate a point. None of these are bad shots. And then we get, if we're even a little bit off, we get a side heel putt. So from a design aspect of we're designing for CC, this didn't work. Sorry, Mitch has a way of putting me in a bad mood and like making me just start getting really blunt. So he's probably going to get the very blunt, non-generalized critique. Killed a lot of your look with elevation right here. You've actually got a really cool look going off the tee box right here, but you'll never see it unless you overhead it. Yeah, I was just trying to get that back up on the playing surface without hitting it too long. Could not be very adventurous with this. And we're at 187 green, so and there's some cool views. There's some very good concepts hiding here. And I know where I'm about to go with all this. I know exactly where I'm about to go. Okay. Well, we've got another round bunker stuck in the middle of a landing zone with really no purpose to the right hand side. I don't know. I mean, I can see why I want to play up here this side for this pin, but I don't know what would make me go for it. Except sure fucking curiosity. But I can't go at it with driver, can I? This is 595 yards now, so well, we don't want to go at it with driver, so we're going to go 3-wood off the tee unless we want to. I mean, so I only hit that to show there's no point in having that fairway there. There's absolutely 0 point to this part of this hole. You'd be better off bunkering off this side of it over here and just creating your fairway sloping down left to right. There's no purpose to that. None. None, none, none. I'm going to play into more rough here. Because at 50%, I'm not getting the fuck out of it. So it doesn't matter what I do. So we're just going to 50% our way around this course. Yep. So you got a 595 yard par 5. It's obviously not going to be reachable in 2. No, I'm not half-assing it. I mean, but I meant this hole, not necessarily this course, but this hole. Because once I was off right there, I did that to illustrate to him why not to do what he did right there. That area serves no purpose. It doesn't help it looks wise. It's actually a detraction because it doesn't look like the other holes. So we're just going to stick shit out in the middle of the landing area that has no purpose to the other side of it. Why not build across a good idea that you have going? So, but I damn sure love putts like this on 595 yard par 5s. No, I'm not ranting. I mean, I'm just saying. Like I said, I have a different relationship with Mitch. So he always knows if I'm going to do his stuff, then I'm not going to cut corners with what I have, and I'm going to make a point. And a lot of that's just trying to get him, to different levels of design. He's got a lot of great ideas, and there's so many things he does really, really well. But I think towards the end of TTC1, especially with his last 2 courses, he backed himself into a corner with his design style, and he's got to break the mold because the shit doesn't work here. That concept does not fucking work in this game. So in that last hole, I just need to hit the shot. I hit a perfect shot with the driver. Serves, I mean, so that area on the other side of the bunker, it doesn't mean anything. I can hit it with 3-wood to give myself an angle, but it's 595 yards. We can argue course management all we want to, but I can hit driver and 3-wood going to the other side of the hole and have a much better shot. I don't like having to hit the ball within 6 inches of the cup to have a reasonable birdie putt, but that's just a design choice. My ball must have been on some weird ass kind of fucking downslope for me to come up that short. That was delofted too. That's nuts. Okay, 187s. This would look cleaner if you would have gotten rid of your apron and everything. Just put your light rough up against the edge of this and build this bunker into the side of your green complex instead of having it slope down like that. That's gives it a little bit of an unclean look. I think this course would have been better served toning the green speed down to about 177 as well. I know it doesn't sound like it means a lot, but there's no reason to have this much speed on this course. This is my personal opinion. You've got so much slope on all your putts and all your greens and everything else. 187 just doesn't do it justice. Slow them down a little bit, and that plays better. I actually kind of like this shot right here. I'm kind of liking this hole. Yeah, that actually looks good. The only things that stick out to me, and this is just a design preference. I mean, some people are going to like this, some people aren't. I don't mind the rugged look of the bunkers and having them set in and recessed. That's working for me as far as the style. I'm not crazy about building them just straight up onto the side of hills and everything else. I'd rather work them in, meaning flatten this area out before. Come in and sculpt it to where this is a flatter area coming into the side of the hill and it runs around. It just looks better. It looks cleaner. Instead of just like building them on a vertical side of a hill face. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But, I mean, you come in with a round flattened brush and you clean that out before you ever lay the bunker in. Think about how much different that looks. And it actually creates a nice recessed look kind of falling in there. It's a cleanliness thing, but that's just my own personal take on it. I mean, from a style standpoint, I like what he's got going on here. He definitely has that Whistling Straits, you know, feel going to it. Oh, shit, that's gonna. Couldn't actually go after the pin on that one because of the contouring in the wind. It was all right to left. So this is about all I could do with it. Stick it in there and at least give myself a shot at birdie. But imagine that. I'm going to have a really bendy, twisty putt with 187s. That's too much slope there, Mitch. It's uncalled for. I realize you're trying to create a segment right there, but that's just too much slope, and you put a pin right up against it. That's technically an illegal pin. Good, holy mackerel. I'm going to say this is a positive and not a negative, but he's definitely pushed the envelope on creativity on this. I mean, he's going to, or done a good job on thinking outside the box. So I'm going to give that to him. Sounds like I'm being a lot more harsh on the course I'm actually intending to. I mean, I'm actually kind of enjoying the round, but he's got to remember the, well, and this is going to be a contradictory statement because I always tell people don't design to an audience, design what you want to design and go for it. But when you're doing it, especially your greens, you know, if you know you're doing a CC contest, you better think about your green speeds and your sloping. And thus far, every single green at 187 has had just this gnarly, bendy, twisty putt that we're coming up against. I like the views. I like what he's giving us, you know, on our shots. That's working for me. Obviously, the fairway on the one hole irritates the shit out of me, but that's what he does. I think he does that shit on purpose. Of course, it's a fast downswing. Fuck my life. Of course it's a fast downswing. I mean, it wasn't, but it was. Jesus Christ. I'm not, oh, I didn't even look up there. Imagine that. I mean, that's all I can do with that. Shoot it any harder than that, and that ball's going over the green. Like that. Because that was just a piss poor chip by me. That only being 5 yards, I should have chipped that and just gone right at the pin. It would have gone in. Oh, goodness. Love the fast downswing on that. There's no motherfucking way that was fast. Damn, a lot of bunker over there on the right on this one, isn't there? Oh, here we go. We get another. There's no reason for this. There's no reason to have any fairway up against this at all, Mitch. I mean, this is a simple fix. Come off of your curve right here. If you want to have this curve right here, that's fine. Instead of creating another curve right here, just extend it out and wrap it around this bunker and keep it going over here. There's no reason in the world to have fairway on the other side of that. It's not usable, it's not plated, and if I own this golf club, I'm not paying somebody to fucking mow it. You know, they may look off, but to be honest, I've seen courses, pictures, I've never played a course like this, but I have seen courses like this. And even if you go look at Whistling Straits, there are some areas. I mean, obviously it's not this cliffed off, but it has areas that you think like, well, why in the hell would a bunker be there? Well, there's a bunker there. But this over here on the right, it's just kind of the same thing. It's a repeat of two other holes as far as placement, and it doesn't serve a purpose to have any kind of fairway over there, and that's just tidy issues. You're at the point of a designer that you don't have to do shit like that and make those kind of mistakes. Now I'm going to hurt his feelings. I'm just not going to do any more design contests. No, 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 I always get hit so hard. Blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm just being honest with you, man. I'm saying what other people are going to think right now. I actually like the flow of this screen. It fits the shot. It fits where you've got your pin. This I can live with. This I can live with. Yeah, I'd agree with that, Matt. I mean, I'm definitely hitting more of the negatives than the positives on this. I mean, I actually really like the course. I like the look he's going for. I like most of what he's pulled off. There's just some decisions here and there that leave it a little bit lacking. You know what I mean? The I'm not gonna lie. I don't mind fast greens. I'm not like other people that think that there's no place in this game for 187s. I don't feel that way at all. But they need to be in the right places. This course, with the way he's got his greens contoured, I don't like the 187s at all. Take it down to 168 to 177, and I'm a huge fan. But at 187, it just makes him too damn slick, man, especially for a CC competition. God damn. Same fucking putt coming back. And I just barely hit that. I mean, I wasn't going to chip it out of that area. Because if it doesn't go in, it's gone. And now I've got the same shit coming back. I mean, everything has to be perfect on that putt. Your speed, line, everything just has to be 100% perfect. This is what I'm talking about. 187 doesn't work on this if you want to be this extreme. Not for CC. This is going to make a fucking wonderful web PGA or Euro course, man. It's going to make a fucking perfect one. But I can't use this with that contouring and those green speeds, and that's just being flat honest. Ah, okay. It is. It's a fantastic look off this. I love the look off this hole. Unfortunately, we've got the same shit going on. We've got a 481 yard hole with a goddamn bunker stuck right in the middle of a damn landing area with not a lot of room on either side. Okay. We don't go 3 wood off there. I mean, as a player, I can course manage this. I can go down to 3 wood or 5 wood and take that completely out of play. But then this is a par 4, is it not? Yeah, it's a par 4. I know it sounds like I'm frustrated, but it's because I've worked with him a lot behind the scenes on stuff, and he's doing the same shit that I've warned him about over and over. He knows what I'm going to say when I play this. I have no doubt that Mitch knows exactly what the hell I was going to say before I ever played this. Neat concept off the tee box right here. I mean, this is something I actually like in a concept. This right in here needs to be a little bit cleaner. I don't like it stacked like that. Those need to be concentric going around. Follow your circle around with your bottom layer, then come back in on top of it with another layer, sink it in a little bit, follow your circle around, come back with another layer, step it back a little bit, follow the circle around. Just laying it cross like that looks a little bit weird. Other than that, I really like the idea behind the hole. I'll get off of his case now. There's still things I'm gonna point out, but I won't sound so angry about it because I'm really not angry. That's what is belying is I'm actually really enjoying this course. I mean, it's a very interesting round of golf that I'm playing right now. It's definitely making you think about where you're going with stuff. But the get up there. Damn, I wanted to leave it low, but not that low. It's gonna kick left a little bit. It's coming back automatically right there, about on that line. You definitely have to pick and choose where you're going to make your birdies on this one, especially on putting. You get too aggressive going for some of those putts, and you're going to wind up in a world of hurt because there's a lot of movement from 4 feet out on just about everything I've putted so far. You need to clean up the some of your splines out there on the other side. I think that's what it's from, the splines. But got a couple of nicks and dings. Just take the extra couple of minutes to fix those up. Just be clean with it. We've got another bunker in the landing area. I don't mind this one as much because it fits the flow of the hole to me, and it's actually finally on the left and not the right. But once again, you have no reason to have fairway left of that. That's almost better if you don't have the fairway and you just run it off of this corner right here and run it up and around it and let it fall back off. But that's just my own personal opinion as a designer. I do like the way some of the hills play with your tee shots a little bit. They're just rugged enough to give you the feel of the course, but they're smooth enough to actually give you true rolls and bounces off of it, so that I do like. There was no way I was going to keep that in the cone, but that's fine. I wanted to play it out to the right-hand side anyway. Going right where I wanted to be. Oh man, did that check up. I've actually played this hole exactly the way I wanted to play it, and I really thought that was going to go ahead and keep feeding down there, especially since I'm on a downslope. So, well, goodbye, birdie. I don't know if I was going to make that one either. Talk about just tapping some damn putts, man. Uh, Not a fan of the green. Overcooked idea. Your tier here is fine. The shelving on this is fine. That's a little bit too much break coming off there. You need to limit that. That needs to be about 3 squares max, 3 grid boxes max to the middle of that. That just breaks too hard, too long. I don't even know that a pin is viable over here on this side with 187s, because if you play into that, your ball's not going to stay on. Your ball is not going to stay on that green unless you're extremely lucky. Oh, mercy me. So I have to play this behind the hole because the downslope in front, if I don't make it up there, it's going to catch and roll back down, and once it starts rolling, it's off the green. God, I mean, I can't play that any differently than that right there. Not with player clubs. I might be able to stick that with tour clubs, but I can't with player. Fuck me. Do you really want my fucking comments on this? That was a tapped 16-foot putt. Tapped. I tapped it. Too severe for 187s, Mitch. Not unless you're wanting to put this as a PGA major or some shit. Maybe that was your goal. Potentially have a really great looking tee shot right here, but your land is too high. This area right here, it's too high up. You need to pull this down. Your hill that you've created has blocked off everything else off the tee. And I am apparently on a damn near vertical sideways tee box. Finishing. All about finishing. I mean, it's quite possible that happened during publish, but I've not seen it happen during publish. Nothing I've done during publishing has even come close to that. Let me see where I'm going with this. That just almost looks like it was overlooked, especially since it's not on the other ones. Attention to detail. This is kind of a neat shot into here. Kind of a neat shot. This is Mitch. We like it rough, NC. Shorten this up here with a drivable par 4 with tour clubs anyway. Tour clubs will reach that. Oh, god damn it. I knew it was going to happen. I should have gone with my original idea. Knew that shit was just about to happen right there. Knew it. Nothing wrong with the whole design on that right there. That was just me having one idea, changing my thought midstream, and costing myself a birdie. I tried to do fine with that and hit an extra slow flop shot. Because the last thing I wanted to do right there was skull the damn thing all the way across the green. And I should have just gone with the chip to begin with because I had it dialed in. I had the chip dialed in, but I changed my mind because of the slope that was going left to right. The general contour of this green I actually like. I don't like the fact that you cannot make one fucking flattish area anywhere around here so you can actually use these contours to get your ball back down in there. Because if you got off the tee a yellow slope, it's going to be a yellow slope putting. Half this shit's going to end up being yellow when you putt. Come on, Mitch. You know better than this stuff, man. You know better than this. You've completely taken a really good, strong concept off your green right here and completely just jacked it the fuck up. Why do you need this putt in front of there? It's a 181 yard tee shot coming in. With the contour and anything else on 187 greens, why do you have to have this kind of fucking slope 4 feet from the goddamn cup, Mitch? Come on, man. You're better than this. Be smart in what you're doing. You're killing yourself. You're killing yourself. Great. I thought for sure that'd come back down. See what I'm talking about? An illegal pin right there. I called it before I ever saw what the green looked like on the putting surface. I've been scheduling long enough to know how this plays. Right in the middle of it. There's no reason in the world to have this kind of sloping around this pin. You have a front pin location on a 181 yard hole. Another tight landing area. Don't punish somebody for hitting a good shot into your green, man. Now, I'm not going to lie. Where I feel like he's tried to go as a designer, that at the end of TGC1, he got hooked on trying to make everything PGA extreme difficult. Everything came out that way. And you've carried some of those same things over to this, and it's uncalled for. This course can play difficult enough without this shit. This gets termed tricked up. This is what people call tricked up, and you didn't need to do it. You have taken one of your best overall layouts and designs, and you've made it feel very forced. You don't have to do this, man. Look, I hit a good shot in the green, and look what I'm faced with now. I mean, I've got not necessarily an easy putt coming back up here. I mean, it's a tour-worthy course, and it's going to be used on tour. You can count on it. For CC purposes, the only thing I can consider this for would be a CC major. It's the only thing I can consider it for. And even then, I would probably have to have him go back in and fix pins and publish a version of this specifically for it, because just some of the pins and locations and speeds are... This is a good looking hole. I actually like this as a finishing hole. I like the distance on it. I like the layout. Solid look going up into the green right there. I would like this right-hand bunker complex you've got, like right here off the fairway, to be a little bit more visible. It sinks down just a little bit too much. It would have been nice to have this view, hitting over the top of it. That's just a preference of mine. Why do I feel like I'm due for a fast swing right here? I'll be damned. Yeah, I played that too short. See, when I see AVFC, I see Austin Villa Football Club, or Aston Villa, I'm sorry. God damn it. No motherfucking way. Oh my God. Too much loft. I'm right back down there again. Right back down there again. I'm not even going to comment on this. I don't have to. I really don't. Just fly it over there, get the fuck past the hole, and be done with it. I don't give a fuck where it stops. Yeah, I mean, shit. I don't know what else I can say that I didn't say in there. Um, Took what could have been one of the strongest courses in the competition. Unique design, nice layout, had some great looks going around that. I like the course from that standpoint. I mean, really impressive, some of the work that he got put in there in a limited amount of time. Obviously, a couple of the holes in the fairways and everything else I talked about, I'm not really upset with that as much as it sounded like I was. because I expect it somewhat from him. Where this one let me down are the greens. They are completely overcooked for this competition. They're too fast, too swervy, and just like I pointed on that one green, there are pointless decisions made on some of the greens. Why there's a need to do that on an already not easy shot? You know, it's like, okay, I'm going to make good and goddamn sure somebody doesn't make a birdie on this hole. Let's see how bad I can jack this shit up. Well, you did it. Golf clap. You did it. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot great going for it. Other judges may or may not feel differently than I do. I don't know. I haven't read the comments about this one yet. There's enough strength in the design that it's going to keep it in the competition for a little bit, you know. But I mean, I don't know how you turn those greens up to 187 and put that kind of slope in and around it and say, okay, I want this to win a design competition, obviously centered around CC greens. So, I mean, you've got a tour-worthy course, no doubt about it. I see this fitting in nice for upper-end web, and PGA and Euro are going to love this shit. But for my purposes, you damn near took yourself out from the beginning with that. CC Major would be the best, and like I said, even then, I would have to go back and have you touch some things up and give me a different version. I can't use that for CC. But other than that, I know it sounds like I'm upset, I'm ranting, I'm raving. I'm not. I'm friends with Mitch, so I'm going to give him the straight look down the gun barrel on what I have to say. I think the only thing that is even a little bit annoying is some of the same thing I've talked to him about over the last year and a half was repeated here, and he should have known what I was going to say about it when he was doing it. But beyond that, it really is a good looking course, and there's a lot of it that plays well. And I think it plays great for the upper tier players on this, but it does not play well for a casual player, which tends to be where CC gets targeted in. But other than that, guys, it's 4:30. I'm gonna kill the stream, get this uploaded and exported, and I'll be back later tonight with some more reviews. But I gotta get some dinner and stuff on the stove and get that all knocked out and out of the way. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you in a couple hours.